Good morning. Tish Joe, what up, girl? What up? All right, man. If I look sunburned, that's because that's what's going on. It is all good, man. Fresh off of vacation. Thank you, Guarded, for leading yesterday. We got on yesterday, and the topic pivoted. Guarded led yesterday. And I think it was how well do we know the mother of Jesus, right? And then it pivoted into how we study. So I appreciate you. Jen, man, thank you for always being locked in. Y'all, if y'all need somebody who's locked in, Jen is always locked in. So thank you for always being locked in. And then whoever was on Thursday, thank you for coming. All right, today, what makes you weak? Warning, warning, weakness alert, right? What makes you weak? All right, drop your weaknesses in there. What up, Ty? Um, let me just, for people who wasn't on last week and missed, let me try to just run through it before we get to part 3. We've been talking about Samson and Delilah. Yes, yes. By the way, here's a preview to tomorrow before I even start today. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat of why Samson lost his strength. I'm about to mess you up. Releasing control of my weaknesses, giving it all to God. Thank you, Maggie G. Right? For my people been in vacation Bible school, how did he lose his strength? Jacaden said, what up? What up, Angel, man? Okay. For my people that been vacation Bible school, how? How did he lose his strength? All right, you ain't got to answer that. I give you the answer tomorrow. Lost his locks. Thank you. Disobedience with a razor to his head. Yep, disobedience. Disobedience. I'm about to mess y'all up tomorrow. You don't want to miss this. Everything you know about the strongest man in the Bible, you about to learn something brand new. But that's tomorrow. Today, recap. If you not been here, we've been in Judges 16, chapter 16, verses 15 through 22. Adrian, Inez, drop it on there. I'm gonna run through it. Bible is better than Netflix. This was episode 1. This was episode 1, and the Bible is better than Netflix. Yes, it is. Couldn't believe it when I read it. This is definitely Bible. Verse 15 said, then she said to him, how can you say I love you when you won't confide in me? Man, don't that sound familiar? People try to use love to get what they want out of you. She said, this is the 3rd time you made a fool of me and you haven't told me your secret of your great strength. This is Delilah talking. This is Bible. Yes, it is. Verse 16. With such a nagging, she prodded him day after day after day after day. He had all of them, but I added that part until he was sick to death with it. Stop bothering me, lady. Right? Verse 17. He did the unthinkable. He told her everything. No razor has ever been put to my head, he said, because I have been a Nazarite, dedicated to God from my mother's womb. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I will become as weak as any other man. He told her, quit bothering me. Let me just go and tell you, right? Soon as he told her, she flipped the script on him. Verse 18, when Delilah saw that he had told her everything, she sent a word to the rulers, to the Philistines. Hey, y'all, come on back one more time. Come on back. We can get them now, basically, is what she was saying, right? Come back once more. He's told me everything. So the rulers of the Philistines returned with the silver that they promised her if she could get the secret out of him, and they put it in their hands, right? Verse 19. After putting him to sleep, she put him to sleep, y'all, on her lap, y'all. She called somebody over, hey, come over here and cut some of this hair off his head, right? Right? That's verse 19. Verse 20, she woke him up. Yo, wake up, Samson. The Philistines are upon you, right? He woke up out of his sleep and thought, I ain't worried about it. This done happened 3 other times. Boom. They'll get me. I'll shake myself free. Then I'll kill some more of them. By the way, they were at war with Philistine. I hope I said that right. Verse 21, the Philistines seized him, gouged out his eyes, took him down to Gaza, binding them with bronze shackles. Then they set him into a grinding grain in the prison. Made that boy a worker with no eyes, right? Oh, but in verse 22, but the hair on his head began to grow again after it was shaved.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Your microphone's on. Your microphone's on. All right. So if you was here last week, the first thing is the topic is what made you weak. The first thing that made you weak, the first thing that made Samson weak, Ashton, the first thing that make you weak, Alexis, the first thing, Curtis, David, Kaiser, Inez, JB, the first thing that made you weak last week was one, when you in your feelings, right? This is a recap. I'm bringing us back to speed. When you in your feelings, first thing you made you weak is your feelings. I wrote this down. I shared this part. What up, Pastor Joe? What up, JB? When you in your feelings, you will always make bad or off decisions. Let me say it like that. I'm gonna add that in there, right? Having feelings does not make you weak. No, it does not. Having feelings does not make you weak. But when you allow your feelings to override your truth, right? Ignacio, right, Jen, Phil, Tisha, when you allow your feelings to override your truth, that's when you become weak. Angel, you with me? The greatest damage, I wrote this last week, you wasn't here. The greatest damage done to you, Ty, Yaku, the greatest damage done to you will never be the lies that somebody else tell you. Oh, she lied to me. Oh, he lied to me. They done damage. They took me for a ride. Nope, that ain't the worst. The worst or the greatest damage done to you will be the lies that you told yourself. Feelings should be acknowledged and validated, but they should not drive the car. Passenger seat, back seat, trunk. Yes, yes, JB. Right? Right? Greatest damage done to you gonna be the lie you tell yourself. I wrote this down last week. I shared this part. I said, man, the facts that you actually ignore, when you know some of the facts and you ignore it, tear your life up, right? Truth that you actually close your eyes to, right? This person is a menace and you know it. This person definitely do bad stuff, but you still hang around. I'm gonna close my eyes to it and act like I don't see it. Good luck, right? Right? Stuff God done shown you, and you override it because it's to your heart. I thought about that when I talked about it last week. When you get into a relationship and you see this person ain't loyal, right? You see this person full of drama, you still deal with them anyway. Yes, yes. I wrote this down. Feelings change, but facts stay the same. All right. I used Proverbs 3 last week. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding in all your ways. Submit to him and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, by the way. It's one of my favorite songs. I should have played that one again today. Right? Right? Trust in the Lord. You start trusting in your own self, your feelings can get involved. So the first reason you weak is you in your feelings. Somebody drop it in the chat. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Weakness alert. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Weakness alert. All right. If you was here, if you missed last week, the second reason that you are weak, Perry, right? George, Curtis, Ashton, Angel, Adrian, guarded. My boy, the second reason you weak is because of idols. First reason is you on your feelings. Second reason, you got an idol in your life or multiple idols, right? And as soon as we talked about it last week, as soon as you start talking about idols, we start thinking of worshiping other gods. Yes, that's true, but that ain't the only ones, right? People think of idolatry, they think about worshiping gods, but idolatry, and I wrote it down last week, is when you give, and I put it in all caps, anything. Drop that in the chat. When you give anything or anybody more priority in your life than you give, or resources, let me say that, then you give the God that is now your idol. Scary part, weakness alert, scary part. Your job can be your idol. Yes, it can. I don't want to take my vacation sick time. People, I'm gonna come to work straight up with the flu and still get the job done. Idle. They done paid for you. You full-time benefits. They done gave you sick days. You won't even take them. Idle. Alert. Your kids can be your idol. I'm gonna give my kid everything, and I'm very well guilty of this. A lot of us are, and because it's true, we want our kids to have more than us. But that's not saying you can't have your kids can't have more. But when you start making sure that they got everything and you giving it any more priority than you give to God, any more resources, guess what? You got an idol in your kids. Marcus, I'm talking to Marcus right now. Your gym. Oh my, what my 3 a.m., 4 a.m., no matter what, before I go to bed, I'm gonna get this workout in. But as soon as I open that word, or as soon as I say, hey man, let's get into some wordage, man, hurry up. I ain't got time. You got 15 minutes. Let's talk. You got an idol problem. By the way, I was on vacation this week and I did this part right here, and I'm telling y'all, this felt refreshing. Social media can be your idol, Adrian, Guarded, Curtis. Social media can be your idol, JB. When you give anything, anyone more priority, more attention, more devotion, more resources, then God, it's an idol. I got off of social media. It was hard for me to find my IG and stuff this morning because I deleted everything. By the way, if y'all do that, go write your passwords down because I was sitting here like, Lord, how am I going live? Anyway, God was like, boy, you need yours. Anyway, that's another story. But if you're on it more than you are spending time with the Lord, oh, JB, that's hard. Church, I ain't even have it on my list. Alert, alert, alert. Church work, where my people who serve at church can be your idol. JB, man, you talked about that last year. I don't know if you remember that. Yep. Church can be your idol. I don't miss it. I don't miss the event. I stay at all the services. I do all of this. I fellowship. I know everybody. I'm involved. Everybody know me, but you're not spending time in the word. You're not spending time with God. Idol. Yes. If you desire, this is last week. I'm getting to this week. I'm going to go faster. If you desire, and I'm going to say it like this. If your desire is something more than God, you no longer have discernment from God. Dear Samson, if your desire is Delilah, whatever the Delilah is in your life, I know as soon as you start talking to Samson and Delilah, we start thinking of men and women in relationship. Nope. If your desire is Delilah more than it is God, you no longer have discernment. You'll go to sleep in her lap. Yes, you will. Wake up with your head cut. Right? I said this also. When you are desiring God, if we start saying, yes, just give me more God, if that's the case, I don't want to have no idol, give me more God, right? JB, what you say you call it? What's in the cup? Pull up to God with an empty cup. Heart check time. Some of us need heart check, weakness alert. Check your heart when you're pulling up to God. Anybody need a heart check? Check your motives when you're pulling up to God. Is your cup empty, or are you asking God to give me some blessings on top of this mess that's in here? Am I showing? I used the buffet last week. Am I eating from the buffet table and going back up to the line with a dirty plate? Talking about put some more on here. Right? Yes. Or do you go to God with a clean plate? Right? At a good buffet, they got a stack of plates. Yo, get a new plate every time. Check your heart. Yes. Right? Is it God do this for me so that I can do something else, or God, do I want the relationship? Heart check time. All right, that was last week. If you got a weakness, it might be idolatry. If you got another weakness, you might be in your feelings. The third reason, part 3 starts right here. You want to be deep, put this on your social media. Third reason, Samson or Guarded or Adrian or Alexis or Ashley or Big Saxon. Third reason you weak is because we use our God-given purpose for our own personal pleasure. That's deep. That go hard, Marcus. Yes, it does. All right, Jen, it'll be up on YouTube. Let me say it again. Third reason we weak, we got a God-given talent. How many people know they talent? How many people know they good at this one thing? Or there's 5 things. I know I'm cold at it. When I get the rock, it's going in. And we use our God-given assignment, our God-given purpose for our own personal pleasure. When my people got a gift to gab, when my guys on here can get any number out of a girl. Oh, right? I wrote this down, Blessed Beast Bible version. Here we go. BBBV. You using your gift and talent only benefiting you. If your gift and talent only benefits you, that's the reason you weak, right? I wrote this down. I don't know about you, Demikia or George, Ty, But I seriously, wholeheartedly believe, y'all hear me say it on here all the time, that God done gave all 25, 26 of us a unique gift and talent. Yes, yes, or no? Yes, yes, or no? Angel, God done gave all of us something, right? Right? But guess what, Phil? He gave all of us a unique gift and talent to make everything around us better. That's the only reason he gave it to us. He did not give it to you for you. He gave it to you to use to make everything better around us. Us, not you. Yes, that's why they say your gift and talent shall make room for you, but it's going to make everything else better. Right? Right? All right, here we go. So yesterday I was talking to Ty. I said, man, let me dive deeper into this whole Samson thing, because just like I said, and remember, this is a preview to tomorrow. Everything you know about Samson, I'm gonna mess you up with, right? But I wanted to break down Samson because we all know Samson, strongest man in the Bible. Yes, yes, right. We know Delilah. Oh, cut the man hair. We know them stories. You've been to any baby Bible school, right? Any Sunday school, you done learned that at one point of your life, right? But here, Samson was a Nazarite, right? Right. So when we was talking about yesterday, how do we study? Let's go. You must go deeper. Let's go deeper. Thank you, Ashton. Who is Samson? Strongest man in the Bible. No, he's a Nazarite, right? So I said, hey, we was talking yesterday. How do we study? Let's go deeper. I said, what are Nazarites, right? Right? Curtis, you a Glenn. Jason, you a Brown, right? I don't think his name was Samson Nazarite, but right? Kendra, your last name Ballard. Maggie Gonzalez. Melanie Hart. Usher, right? Right. We got the last name. We got name. All right. I'm not saying that's his last name, but he was a Nazareth, right? Nazareths, right? Sullivans are leaders. I'm just adding that to it. That ain't Bible, but Nazareths were chosen people by God to fulfill an assignment in Egypt. Yes, yes. Stay with me. Samson is a Nazarite. They were people chosen by God to fulfill an assignment in Egypt. While we're knowing about Samson, let's learn a little bit about him. Before Samson was even born, Alexis, before you was born, Angel, before you was born, right? And Angel, for lack of better words, an angel went to Samson's mama and revealed to her what Samson's assignment is. I wholeheartedly believe God gave all of us an assignment. Yes, yes. If y'all believe you walking around here without assignment, you need to go find your purpose. I promise you, it'll change your life, right? Before Samson was born, his mother gave him an assignment, right? She told him what the assignment is. Remember, we already know in the end, when he a grown man, God blessed Samson with what? The gift of strength. Yes, yes, right? He's supposed to be this leader, right? He's supposed to lead Israel against the Philistines, right? My husband, but Lord, he gave me strength, right? How do we know that he was supposed to be this leader? You said, let's go deeper, let's go deeper. You got to read your word. I was talking to Ty yesterday and I was like, man, this I'm going part 3. She was like, do me a favor, start reading scriptures before, because it even tell you the prelude to the story, it give you the preview to the movie. Bible is better than Netflix. How do we know that he was supposed to be this leader? We just know he's strong because we've been to Sunday school a couple of times. How do we know he's supposed to be a leader? How do we know this man is supposed to lead the people against Philistine? Here it is, right there in your face. Adrian Inez, I need you. Judges chapter 13, verses 3 and 4, dropping on there so you know I ain't making it up. Bible's better than Netflix. It tells us right there the whole game plan. Dropping on there so you know I ain't making it up. Judges chapter 13, verse 3 through 4. This is how you go deeper in the word. We was talking yesterday, how do you study? This is how, right? We know Samson and Delilah. Oh, now we learning about Samson. Oh, we learned that, oh, this is why he got blessed with the strength, because he was supposed to be this leader. Oh, that's why God gave you the gift of speed, because you're supposed to be this runner. Oh, that's why you're good at math, because you were supposed, okay, I get it. Judges chapter 13, 3 to 4. the angel of the Lord appeared to her and said these words, you are barren and childless, but ma'am, you're going to become pregnant and give birth to a son. This is Bible. Verse 4, now see to it that you, ma'am, drink no wine or other fermented drink, that you do not eat anything unclean. The blessing is to fulfill the purpose. I wrote this down. It tells us right there. It tells us right there. The blessing was to fulfill a purpose. Alexis, you got a blessing. Adrian, Angel. Let me just go down. JB, Joni, Maggie G, ma'am, you got a purpose to fulfill. You got a gift of strategy. Go use it to organize some other people. You got a gift for creativity. Go use it to unblock some people mental blocks, right? I wrote this down. God will give us exactly what we need. Yes, he will, in order to do what he called us to do. Right? Right. I'll give y'all a real example. I'm at the house right now. Father-in-law over here, he got a gift with his hands that I don't have. I sit here and talk to him all day about what he do. Right? God will give us exactly what we need in order to get what he called us to do. Right? I wrote this down, and y'all done heard this 1,000 times. So many people, you could think about it, go to their grave. Maggie G, Kendra, Melanie, Pastor Joe, so many people go to their grave, never using their gift of talent. So many people out here scrolling the streets of Instagram, trying to come up like somebody else because they think it's a get rich quick scheme or a good way to come up. Trying to do what somebody else do will live their whole life and never tap into their purpose. Fear also, and it's off my notes, will keep you from that purpose. I got a gift of singing, but I'm too shy to get out here and use it. Okay. Fine, go work a 9 to 5. I wanted you to change the world with your voice. Samson was supposed to be a leader in the army, a military leader. This Bible. We don't talk about that. We talk about Delilah. He was supposed to be a whole military leader, y'all. We never talk about that. Because of the assignment from God, God gave this man strength. We all know him as the strongest man in the Bible. Go back and read Judges. You go back and read Judges. Samson never one time in the book of Judges led in a battle. That's what he here for. You supposed to be this singer and you ain't never sang. Wow. You supposed to be this leader on Zoom. You're supposed to be this helpmate. You're supposed to be this and never get into the battle. That's Samson. Or is that Kendra? Or is that Marcus? Right? Or is that Perry? Or is that you, Phil? Right? I wrote this down. With this blessing as a Nazareth, it came with rules. Y'all remember the rules. Remember the rules, because tomorrow I'm messing you up. What were the rules? Look right there in the book of Numbers. That's why this Bible. Y'all talking about go deeper? Yesterday, I was all trying to go deep. I wasn't even trying to stay with the Samson and Delilah. We on part 3. Go to Numbers, Inez, Adrian, chapter 6, verses 1 and 2. Numbers chapter 6, verses 1 and 2. Here are the rules if you're going to be a Nazareth. I need to get rid of my weakness, stage fright. Or you can live with it and never touch your greatness, Maggie G. I can preach that all by myself, and I said preach. Now I'm clapping. Numbers chapter 6, verses 1 and 2. Here are the rules of why we going to give Samson this strength. Yaakov, why we going to give you this gift? Here are the rules. Right there in our face, Bible better than Netflix. Did y'all ever go to the book of Numbers? I don't know how many times in my life I've been to the book of Numbers, but it's right there in my face. Numbers chapter 6, verses 1 and 2 says this. The Lord said to Moses, speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man or a woman wants to make a special vow, a vow of dedication to the Lord as a Nazarite, verse 3, they must abstain from wine, this is Bible, and other fermented drink, or must not drink vinegar made from wine or any other fermented drink. Verse 3, no wine, people. Right? Hold on before you say, hold on, wine, a glass of wine, right? Verse 4, in Numbers. As long as they remain under the Nazarite vow, they must not eat anything that comes from the grapevine, not even the seeds or the skins. That's verse 4. Verse 5, in the rules, during the entire period of their Nazarite vow, no razor may be used on their head. They must be holy until the period of their dedication to the Lord is over. They must let their hair grow long, right? I mean, no fade, homeboy. No wine. All right. It was another thing in there that said you can't touch anything dead, right? Back to Samson, since we done learned all of this stuff of why he's a Nazarene, why he done got blessed with this gift, and why he lost his strength of what we talked about. We just said he cut his hair. It just said don't get his hair cut. Yes, yes. Did the Bible not just say that? Man, don't cut your hair. Nazareth. The only time he actually used that gift, the only time that he used that gift was for his personal gain, which was our number 3. He was a menace to the Philistines. He killed a bunch of them because every time he hooked up with Delilah and she asked him, remember she asked him, every time I asked you, you done denied me 3 times and telling me where your strength come from. She asked, he knew she was no good. Yes, yes. He told her the first time something, she ran and told the Philistines. They tried it. He shook them off, killed them. Right? He trying to impress her, hanging around her no good self again. She asked him a second time. He lied to her again. She ran back, told them. They pulled up. He shook them off, killed them. Every time he told her something, she ran back. That's a whole other word. Anybody talk too much? Anyway, that's a whole nother word, right? Right? Only time he used his strength was for his personal gain. Right? I'm gonna go hang around. They ain't loyal. Facts. Chris Brown said it best. Chris Brown said that, man. Drop it in the comments if you watch it on the YouTube. Anyway. Now I ain't gonna look at that same song the same no more, right? But think about it. Boy was the strongest man in the Bible. His assignment was to be a military leader, but he just want to hang around the bad chick. And she's trying to get him robbed. She's trying to get him hurt. He still want to hang around him. Anytime your brothers pull up, anytime your boys pull up, I got him murked. I'm going to use this strength of mine. Can't nobody get to me. They even knew it. So they said, man, the only way we're going to get to him is through a chick. Yeah, this boy Silver. Yes, yes, or no? Right? How does this relate to us? Right? He used his strength to get himself out of trouble for his personal gain. He ain't used it to be the military leader he was supposed to be. How does this relate to us? I'm glad you asked. Tish, Phil, Marcus, Perry, Yaku, God did not give you the raise on your job. God did not give you the promotion, right? God did not bless your marriage for you to say, look at what I did. Look at me come up. Man, I pounded that payment. Man, I was just out here grinding. God did not give us none of this blessings for us to say, look at me. At all. Only time he used his strength is for him to say, I got me. I ain't worried about this army thing. God did not bless us with none. He blessed us. So, I saw this is off my notes. I can't remember what I saw this on. Quick story. This is way off my notes. Back in the day, Montgomery bus boycott, right? Color lines not crossed yet. I'm just trying to remember the story. A bunch of black people was on a bus. I think they was going from the south to the north, and they had to take a bathroom break in the south. And the bus driver said, "Hey, y'all go fast because they don't like y'all kind around here." Right? I can't remember where I saw this at. Everybody, all the black people get off the bus, try to run to the bathroom, but in the south you had to have a nickel to use to put in the bathroom door, open the bathroom door to get in. Yes, yes. Y'all with me? I don't know where I saw this at. Right? And so a lot of the black people was like, dang, I got to hold it. I ain't got no nickel to get in the bathroom. But it was just one older man had a nickel and said, you know what? Everybody come on, right? I said, man, how you gonna do that? We need a nickel to open the door. He said, well, look, I'm gonna put my nickel in the door and I'm gonna hold the door for everybody else. God blessed him with his little nickel to be a blessing to everybody else. Yeah, I'm preaching now. I can't remember where I seen that at, right? God gave you the blessing of your job, right? God gave you the blessing of a great marriage for you to show other people what a great marriage look like. God gave you this gift of entertainment for you to actually show the world, man, let me get your mind off of what your mind on. Yaku, you got a clothing brand. God gave you to be a blessing to somebody else, right? And your gift shall make room for you. God didn't give us nothing for just Marcus. He did not. I was talking to father-in-law yesterday, man, I've been in radio 24 years. How am I using that gift? I'm on Zoom right now, not even on radio. Trying to use it, trying to give you Bible better than Netflix. Yes, yes. Not look at me, listen to me. Let me just, y'all check out the show, right? How often on here, stop me when I'm lying, do we stop and ask for offering? We don't even really do that. When we do ask for offering, it's because we're trying to drop this app, because we're trying to launch this 501c3. God blessed us with this morning meetup so that we can meet each other and talk. Bible better than Netflix, thank you. So listen, no matter how smart you are, Phil, no matter how strong you are, David Kaiser, no matter how attractive you are, no matter how popular you are, right? The limit on our life is not defined by our strengths. It's defined by our weaknesses, right? Your weaknesses will be your downfall. Matter of fact, I'm done because I don't want to mess up tomorrow's message, but think about this. How many times we don't watch the man fall from his lustful weakness? Yes, yes, I can name many greats. Yeah. How many people can't get past their alcohol problem? Man, if they just pulled it together, man, if they just got here on time, man, look. How many people, when you go do the Google reviews, you want to go to this car thing to get your car fixed, but the reviews jacked up? Man, they ain't never on this off my notes. Ladies, how many times you want to call this one girl that's fired doing your hair, but she unprofessional, she don't show up some days. When she say your appointment at 10, she show up at 1:30. Yes, yes. So you stop going. You're not defined by how cold you are with the braids. You defined by, man, this person can't show up on time. So while we walk around thinking, man, I'm good at this, I deserve this, I should do this, God bless me with the gift of, how many singers we know? Oh, I work in radio. How many dope people everybody love to death, favorite artists, favorite entertainment? I can't stand to interview them. I don't even want to do the interview because they them people. I ain't gonna say no name. One of y'all favorite, never mind. Been in this business too long. Man, I can't even listen to their music. Anyway, right? All right. Wow, I finished on time. That's what I got for today. Microphone is open, but I will say this. What we remember those three things you can't do if you're gonna be a Nazarene, right? We talked about, oh, JB, this is gonna let you know I'll be listening to you, bro. We talked about Samson losing his strength when the hair got cut. Yes, yes. Anybody been to vacation Bible school? Anybody been to Sunday school? Samson got his hair cut, lost his strength. Yes, yes. Oh, tomorrow I'm about to mess up your whole life on that. I could go for it today, but I ain't. I'm gonna make you bring a friend tomorrow and be like, man, go get deep today and go ask people how Samson lost his strength, and then go, man, you need to tune in tomorrow. JB, you said it on the first day, the Lord had left him. When he realized the Lord had left him. Let me go back to that scripture. I think it was verse 20. Judges chapter 16, verse 20.
Marcus, I wanted to, go ahead.
Hold on. He woke up from his sleep and thought, I'll just go out there and shake him free. But he did not know the Lord had left him. I remember the scripture. I'm getting deep. I remember the scripture. That's Judges chapter 16, verse 20. But I'm going to let you know, it wasn't the cutting of his hair. It wasn't the cutting of his hair. I know that's the Vacation Bible School version. I'm about to mess you up. What's not the cutting of his hair? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Ty, go ahead. Microphone's open.
I was about to say, keep giving them a tease that'll make them come and listen tomorrow. But actually, I wanted to add to one thing as you were talking about the nagging, in regards to how she kept trying to find out what was his weakness. And it's crazy because the enemy will literally send people around you. And this just from a standpoint of a revelation that I was getting as you were talking. The enemy will send people around you to pretend like they all for your vision, right? Stay with me. But to pretend like they all for your vision and like they want to be there to support it. And in reality, they looking to see what makes you weak. They look at you have people that ask you questions multiple times just to try to see, oh, this can't be real. This can't be this person living like this for real. This can't be this and that. When ultimately they are really trying to look for your weakness intentionally, just to be like, see, I told you this person wasn't what they are. I told you this person wasn't. And you have people that go through that. And then you have some that'll speak on what their weakness is. And once that person find out, they use that very thing against you. So I just said that overall, just to be mindful with always sharing, allow God to expose your gifts and your talents. And I'm not saying don't be proud of it, but God has a unique way of exposing it to people without you having to go blabber it off to people that you may be telling it to the wrong person. So I just wanted to say that.
Hey, you been in my notes for tomorrow? No, just playing.
No, that's what I felt led to say.
No, well, I mean, that's preload to tomorrow. About your gifts. Oh, about who you talking to about your gifts. Who you telling. She nagged him three times. In fact, somewhere, I'm going to read. I got to go find it. Actually, I have it, but I don't want to flip over to them notes. Yo, one of the first things she said to him is, how can I bind you or something like that? How can I mess your whole life up? Think about that one thing. This ain't on my notes for tomorrow. But think about that one thing in your life that got such a stronghold on you that the first thing you look at when you see it is, man, how can this mess up my life? Right? First thing she said to him, I got to go find that scripture. Your son told you the answer, Inez, I'd love to hear it. Put your son on the microphone. Put your son on the microphone. Oh, no, your son locked up. Never mind. I'm thinking of your grandson or your granddaughter, whoever used to get on the Zoom with you. But he's home. That's dope. If he there, put him on the microphone. Put him on the microphone. Think about that though. Think about that one thing that will mess up your life, that you know will mess up your life, that you stay around, that you still deal with. Right? JB, if I knew you was the D boy that you was trying to be in college, would you think, man, would you think I'd be around you? I'm messing with you. Right? Right? That's all I got. That's all I got till tomorrow. Microphone is open. Harvey not on here today.